The electric surge, a cleaner future, or a green mirage? Electric vehicles are no longer a futuristic fantasy, they are here, they are multiplying, and they are changing transportation. Politicians promote them, celebrities drive them, consumers covet them. But are electric vehicles really the environmental panacea they are portrayed to be? The answer is not a simple yes or no. This essay will examine their pros and cons. We will explore emissions, energy consumption, and resource use. The transition to electric vehicles is framed as an environmental imperative, but the reality is more nuanced. Join me as we weigh the benefits and drawbacks of electric vehicles. Beyond the tailpipe, a holistic view of environmental impact. Assessing the environmental impact of any product, especially one as complex as a vehicle, requires a comprehensive approach. We must look beyond the obvious, beyond the tailpipe emissions that dominate the conversation. A holistic assessment considers the entire life cycle of a product, from cradle to grave. In the case of electric vehicles, this life cycle encompasses raw material extraction, battery production, vehicle manufacturing, electricity generation for charging, and end-of-life disposal or recycling. Each stage of this life cycle carries its own environmental footprint, impacting air and water quality, resource depletion, and greenhouse gas emissions. Therefore, to truly evaluate the environmental merits of electric vehicles, we must consider the big picture, examining each stage of their life cycle and comparing it to the environmental impacts of traditional internal combustion engine vehicles. The emissions gap, electric versus combustion. The most significant environmental advantage of electric vehicles lies in their tailpipe emissions, or rather the lack thereof. Electric vehicles produce zero tailpipe emissions, meaning they release no harmful pollutants like carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, or particulate matter into the atmosphere as they drive. This characteristic is particularly significant in urban areas where air pollution from vehicles contributes to respiratory problems and other health issues. Internal combustion engine vehicles, on the other hand, are major contributors to air pollution, releasing a cocktail of harmful gases and particulate matter into the atmosphere. These pollutants have detrimental effects on human health, contributing to respiratory illnesses, cardiovascular problems, and even cancer. However, the emission story doesn't end at the tailpipe. The production of electric vehicles, particularly their batteries, is energy-intensive and can generate significant emissions, especially if the electricity used in the manufacturing process comes from fossil fuel sources. The power grid conundrum, renewables, fossil fuels, and the electrification challenge. The environmental impact of electric vehicles is linked to how we generate electricity. Charging with coal or natural gas increases the carbon footprint compared to renewables. This highlights the importance of decarbonizing our energy systems. Cleaner electricity sources will enhance the benefits of electric vehicles. The transition to electric vehicles challenges and benefits the grid. Increased demand requires significant grid infrastructure investments. Electric vehicles can stabilize the grid by acting as energy storage units. Section 5. Batteries. The heart of the matter. The battery is the heart of an electric vehicle, storing the energy that powers the electric motor. But batteries are also a focal point of environmental concern due to the resource-intensive nature of their production and the potential for environmental damage during mining operations. The production of lithium-ion batteries, the most common type used in electric vehicles, requires the extraction of raw materials like lithium, cobalt, nickel, and manganese. These mining operations can have significant environmental impacts, including water pollution, habitat destruction, and greenhouse gas emissions. Moreover, the global demand for these raw materials is skyrocketing as electric vehicle adoption accelerates, putting pressure on supply chains and raising concerns about price volatility and resource security. These challenges underscore the importance of responsible sourcing practices, technological advancements to reduce the environmental impact of mining, and the development of alternative battery chemistries that rely on more abundant and less environmentally problematic materials. Section 6. The battery's second life, recycling and repurposing. The environmental impact of electric vehicle batteries extends beyond their production. Proper end-of-life management is crucial to minimize their environmental footprint. Recycling plays a vital role in this process, allowing us to recover valuable materials from used batteries and reduce the need for new mining. Recycling electric vehicle batteries is a complex process, but significant progress has been made in developing efficient and economically viable recycling technologies. These technologies allow us to recover a high percentage of the critical materials in batteries, including lithium, cobalt, nickel, and manganese, which can then be used to manufacture new batteries, reducing the need for virgin materials. Beyond recycling, there is also growing interest in repurposing electric vehicle batteries for second life applications. Even after their capacity degrades below the level required for electric vehicles, these batteries can still be used for less demanding applications, such as stationary energy storage, providing a valuable second life and further extending their environmental benefits. Section 7. Beyond emissions. The unsung benefits of electric mobility. While the emissions reduction potential of electric vehicles often takes center stage, it's important to acknowledge the broader environmental benefits they offer. Electric vehicles contribute to quieter cities, reducing noise pollution and creating more livable urban environments. This is particularly significant in areas with high traffic congestion, where the constant hum of combustion engines can be a major source of stress and discomfort for residents. Furthermore, the transition to electric vehicles can reduce our dependence on oil, a finite resource with significant geopolitical implications. By reducing our reliance on oil, we can enhance energy security, reduce price volatility, and mitigate the environmental risks associated with oil extraction and transportation. These benefits, while often overlooked, contribute significantly to the overall environmental case for electric vehicles. Section 8. A roadmap to a greener future: technology, policy, and consumer choice. The transition to electric mobility is a complex undertaking that requires a multifaceted approach, encompassing technological advancements, supportive policies, and informed consumer choices. Continued innovation in battery technology is crucial to improving the range, affordability, and environmental performance of electric vehicles. Advances in battery chemistry, manufacturing processes, and recycling technologies will play a pivotal role in accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles and realizing their full environmental benefits. Governments play a critical role in creating an enabling environment for electric vehicle adoption through a combination of incentives, regulations, and infrastructure investments. Financial incentives, such as tax credits and rebates, can make electric vehicles more affordable for consumers, while regulations, such as stricter emission standards for combustion engine vehicles, can create a level playing field and encourage manufacturers to invest in electric vehicle development. Section 9. The global perspective: electric vehicles in diverse contexts. The environmental impact of electric vehicles can vary significantly depending on the geographical context. The carbon intensity of the electricity grid, the availability of renewable energy sources, and the stringency of environmental regulations all play a role in determining the overall environmental performance of electric vehicles. In regions with a high share of renewable energy in their electricity mix, such as Norway or Iceland, electric vehicles offer a significantly lower carbon footprint compared to combustion engine vehicles. However, in regions with a coal-dependent electricity grid, the emissions benefits of electric vehicles may be less pronounced. This highlights the importance of considering the local context when assessing the environmental impact of electric vehicles and tailoring policies and incentives accordingly. Section 10. Accelerating the transition: incentives, infrastructure, and innovation. Accelerating the transition to electric mobility requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders, including governments, automakers, energy providers, and consumers. Governments can incentivize the adoption of electric vehicles through a combination of financial incentives, such as tax breaks and subsidies, and non-financial incentives, such as access to high-occupancy vehicle lanes or preferential parking. Investing in charging infrastructure is crucial to alleviate range anxiety and make electric vehicle ownership more convenient. This includes deploying fast charging stations along major highways and in urban areas, as well as supporting the development of residential charging solutions. Section 11. The electric drive: a call to action. The transition to electric mobility is not a distant dream but a present reality that is rapidly gaining momentum. Electric vehicles offer a compelling solution to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, improve air quality, and mitigate the impacts of climate change. While challenges remain, the continuous advancements in battery technology, the expansion of charging infrastructure, and the growing awareness of the environmental benefits of electric vehicles are paving the way for a cleaner, quieter, and more sustainable future. The electric drive is here. Let's embrace the journey towards a greener tomorrow. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation about the future of transportation.